Hey guys, Terry Shanahan with the ShanahanPlan.com, and today I'm going to share with you a great recipe. It's my blueberry walnut oatmeal pancakes. And this recipe is a great transition as you're trying to kick the typical breakfast foods that we all eat that we need to get away from. The grains, the cereal, toast, things like that. We need to transition more to a paleo lifestyle with real foods and get rid of those grains. So this uses oatmeal, which is not perfect. It's not true paleo, but it's a great transition for you. So I'm going to show you how to make these. They're real easy. The first thing you do is put some coconut oil in a pan just like this and let it melt. Okay, so I got the pan going. I've got the burner on 6 out of the 1 to 10, so probably a medium to high heat. Then I have 3 whole eggs in a bowl just like this. The next thing I'm going to do is put about 1/3 cup of old-fashioned oats right into the eggs. There's a couple things you can add here depending on what you're trying to do and what your goals are. For an athlete who needs to get a little bit more fat and who's okay with a touch more sugar, I would then add a little bit of coconut milk, maybe 2 tablespoons, just to make the batter a little bit thicker. You could also add a touch of honey. I'm going to leave those out of this batch right here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 packets of stevia. Stevia is a good alternative to different types of sweetener that have chemicals and different types of artificial sweeteners. It's a natural leaf that's ground up. The best kind that I've found is this new stevia. So I'm going to put 3 packets right in there to add a little bit of sweetness. This will actually make it pretty sweet, so you don't really even need an additional honey or maple or anything like that. The next thing I'm going to do is add a touch of ground cinnamon, a couple shakes, followed by about 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts. And then I'm going to finish it off with a handful of blueberries right on top. Do a few more. So all I do is stir this all up right here. Mix it up really good. You can add a touch of water, or if you need a little bit more liquid, again, the coconut milk is a great addition. So your consistency is going to look just like that. It's just going to be, a batter. The eggs are completely beat up. It's fairly thick, and you're going to throw it right onto the pan in one big scoop just like that. And then you kind of want to even them out in the larger circle in the pan. This is a pretty big pan. If you don't have a pan this large, it's going to probably fill the whole pan, so you just want to make sure it's evenly spread out. Then I'm going to let them cook on both sides. The first side will probably take 3 to 5 minutes depending on if you're cooking on electric or gas. Be very careful not to let them burn. On electric, it's very hard to get it to cook just right. So as they cook, you're going to see it kind of can start to move around in the pan. So the bottom side is getting harder. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to split them in 4s. So I'm just going to take a spatula, split it in 4s, and I'm going to flip them. And you want to flip them before the back side gets too brown or gets too cooked, because they're going to continue to cook in the pan. So that was about 3 minutes on that side. And whoops, that was a bad flip. So I'm just going to let them sit right here, maybe leave the heat on for 1 minute, and then I'm going to turn it off and just let them sit on the burner like that. They will continue to kind of post-cook from the heat of the pan. You want to make sure you don't overcook them. Okay, so after you turn the burner off and you let them sit for about a minute, what you're going to do is just take them right out of the pan, put them right on the plate. This makes 4 squares. This is a pretty big serving. Some people might be okay with just 2. You can put the rest, wrap them up in a bag or Tupperware, take them with you. They're great later in the day, cold even, or you can heat them up. But these are my blueberry walnut oatmeal pancakes.